I mean, look, the Ball brothers, his younger two brothers, were courtside for that game, fresh off signing those contracts to go play in Lithuania. You guys were talking about it so much before the show, we had to bring it on to the show. What do you think?
Well, first of all, they're never going to play in a building with a crowd like that.
Yeah.
So I think that for the LaMelo, it was probably a good deal. But for the younger one, I just think it's too premature. Give him a chance to at least enjoy his high school basketball and enjoy his friends.
LaMelo was the younger one, yeah. But you're talking about LiAngelo, who was pulled out of UCLA,
Right.
and then
So I just feel like
out of high school.
in the long run, it's not going to be good for neither one of these players because I think they're going to go through a bit of a culture shock, leaving, having to try to go play in another country, try to play for a coach who don't speak English, try to play with other players who don't speak English. It's just going to be a very culture shock to them that I don't think they're going to last.
Yeah, the brother that just got out of UCLA, this is probably his only option. You know, I don't think he have an option to go to the NBA no more after everything that's happened. Overseas is probably his only option. The youngest one, I wanted him to finish high school. I wanted him to finish his high school career, be a McDonald's All-American, experience all the stuff that you experience from being a great high school player. Then make that decision. I hope it don't end up hurting him in the long run.
Yeah, I just think that all those accolades that you're saying that he may get, I think that people are getting so sick and tired of the dad that it's going to be hard for those guys to have any success going forward. I mean, the Lakers have called in the dad to lighten up off of Luke Walton a little bit.
He shouldn't.
It's a tough call.
Right. Well,
and
I mean,
I think that, you know, for both of these players, basketball is got to be huge for them going forward, and they got to try to make the best of it. Their dad has done everything, putting them in plays, putting them in front of cameras. Now they got to start playing some basketball.
Right.
it's hard for me because I look at Lonzo, and I think Lonzo is such just a strong, good young man.
Kid.
Seems to be so good
Yes.
about his teammates, knows how to fit in the right way. Well, someone made him that way, obviously. I mean, he's got his sense of self, but his father had a lot to do with that. So I look at that and I say, okay, well, clearly he knows how to raise a kid that I'm happy to have in the NBA and on that team. And then I look what he's doing with, especially as you say, the 16-year-old. It's hard to look at the stats about what the environment he's going into. That's a very small place in Lithuania and kind of shipped away from everything he knows. And just you sit there and say, I don't see how that's going to work, but I guess we will see. We will see whether it works or not.
Alonzo became good over time. He's not letting these other two players develop. They need more time.